I wanted to have a conversation with you about the COVID situation, but particularly in the Zimbabwe context, kind of give people an understanding of maybe what some of the challenges and the struggles of low-income communities are during the crisis.
Thanks, Samantha. When you look at the Zimbabwean context in terms of responding to the COVID-19 crisis, I think one of the first things that we have to realize is that we have one of the highest levels of informal sector employment across the whole world. Estimates are that more than 90% of our people survive on the informal economy. It's people who literally live from hand to mouth. They have to go out that particular day to earn their living. So when you end up with a lockdown situation for 21 days, you are creating a very impossible choice between livelihoods and health. And I think no citizen should ever be put in such a scenario. So it also means that the responses that the country is looking at have to prioritize social protection. It's actually as equally important as fighting the disease, because you don't want to have a situation where your prescribed cure does more damage than the disease itself, because you'll end up with more people dying of hunger, more people dying of input in very precarious and dangerous situations just because they do not have their livelihoods secure. Take informal traders, for example. So we need to be thinking about how do we support people to be able to continue to restock and again have a means of a livelihood. So these are some of the key issues, really.
What are some of the concerns or things that you see that keep coming up in Zimbabwe that concern you guys, and how the situation may escalate or further affect the spread of the virus?
The quality of information coming from the government is terrible. You are getting just one announcement, sometimes close to midnight when everyone is sleeping, and it's missing a lot of the vital details. And then secondly, you have a situation where the government has created a de facto state of emergency. You need government-citizens collaboration. Yes. So government has to recognize the important role of civil society at this particular time and create an enabling environment that enables civic leaders, community networks to be part of the response. We actually think that we should be thinking more of a multi-stakeholder task force. When you look at the overemphasis of administrative measures and security measures is what has taken us to, our concerns around human rights abuses, where right now, there are more people who have been arrested than have been tested for COVID-19. We need to be ensuring that, citizens are inspired, they are motivated, they are educated, they are cooperating, and they are part of, the process of fighting this virus. I think we'll see much higher levels of compliance.
Yeah, and then lastly, I guess I would ask, what can we do to make sure that we are also playing our part?
Yeah, I think the first thing for citizens is obviously to stay at home, exercise, physical distancing, and ensure social connection and social solidarity. So checking in with those that we know are vulnerable and being help and playing our part. It's already happening in certain communities. People collecting food and distributing to people that are vulnerable. One of the things that we need to be thinking about is how do we strengthen our immune systems, and also please no circulating unverified alarmist information. There's already a clutter of that out there, so being very responsible in terms of what information we are sharing, and really looking out for each other in our communities, because this is really going back to the community level.
Wow, that's really helpful. I think I do have more questions, but for now I'll keep it at this for now.
Okay, thanks, Amanda.
All right, thank you so much.